I think it's really scary. That's the main feeling I can think of right off the top of my head. But the aftertaste is excitement too. It's like you're open to this new world too. So like you can go undetected by like your parents, you know. So if you mess up, you don't have someone telling you, well, why didn't you do this, right? Because they don't know what's going on. So that's the exciting part. The hard part is actually figuring everything out, especially because I have a younger sister, and I know she looks up to me, and I want to show her that, you know, it's not as scary, it's not as hard as people make it seem to be. So I think those are the two main feelings that you get being first generation.
Being a college student is an opportunity and sometimes an obstacle because there's constant pressure, and just knowing that your family members haven't been able to get the opportunity to go to school. I guess the resources available such as ETS and the student support services makes the transition a lot easier. And also pursuing an education, I'm doing it for myself, but I'm also doing it for my family as well. Just knowing that they weren't able to get the opportunity, and knowing that my brothers and sisters have someone to look up to, and know that someone that was able to pursue an education, they have that motivation, and they have someone that has done it before, and they can look to me as an example.
I needed to learn English, but I learned it through King Career Center. The whole system, how it works, half of the day learning English and then the other half in the regular classroom, I think that helped a lot. Just because if it would have been just a full day learning English, I would have never gotten to feel what it's like to actually be around the other students. So that's a big one. And while I actually went to Central Middle School, and I can think of one teacher, Mr. Luna, who knows Spanish, and I could go to him about like any homework I had questions on, and I think he's a big help for me too. And then when I went to high school, I got help from the ETS, and that's pretty much where everything came from me. I cannot think of any teacher or any program that helped me more than the ETS.
Joining the Heritage Center program, they taught us about Alaska Native history and culture, and I had no idea there was 21 different Alaska Native languages. I had no idea about this rich history of Alaska Native people, this rich culture that goes back thousands of years. There's all these innovative ideas and stories that our people have, and it completely changed my mindset from feeling like I should be ashamed to be Alaska Native to now I'm very grateful for my cultural background. So those two programs, the Multicultural Center and the Alaska Native Heritage Center, really shape who I am today, and my education, and I guess I feel like I have an actual purpose and a community to work towards helping.
I guess helping students prepare for college, because a lot of students coming from low-income areas or coming to college unprepared, and they're taking remedial courses, which cost a lot, making the tuition more expensive. I guess by preparing students, providing resources that they can prepare for college, such as the example he gave of, what was the name of the program again? Abbott. So like helping them, like teaching them how to like read textbooks and note-taking, and also SAT courses in the summertime would be great. And also too, students of color, getting more teachers that are of color would be a good resource as well, just knowing someone who has a shared experience. And that's why I wanted to become a teacher, because I didn't really have any male teachers growing up, and if I did have that, it would have made the transition easier.
I'll agree with that. Also, having more African American male or female teachers in the district, and another thing would be to continue to encourage the King Career Center, because the King Career Center I see is a very well for finding out what you want to do as far as a career goes.
Growing throughout elementary, middle school, and high school, I was part of the Spanish immersion program, which I believe helped me out a lot to discover who I am and what my people come from, and that has shaped me to the man who I am today. So I guess my advice for the district and the community to better support males of color is perhaps open more immersion programs in our schools, so kids of our kind can understand more about their background and perhaps build off of that. I know currently we have a few chaining Government Hill, Romick, and West with Spanish, Russian, and I believe German also, as well. So more immersion programs would be quite helpful.
I guess it was kind of like a study hall class, and there were some students talking about Alaska Natives, and they were saying some actually very offensive things that I don't want to repeat, but they were very offensive, and nobody did anything. The teacher kind of just didn't do anything, and it just went on. But those comments were, I mean, I can still remember those comments because they were very offensive. So just experiences like that where things happen and they go unaddressed, or no one says that these aren't appropriate things to be saying.
I guess main reasons why students even go to college is to get a job, and most of the times a high-paying job. So students are going to tend to look at programs such as the engineering program where they can make more money, or going to medical school. I guess offering, I guess, a higher salary, I guess, would make the education and make it more attractive. Yeah. I guess more scholarships and grants too would definitely help out a lot. Since I'm in the College of Education, we do a lot of practicums and look at different schools. I was able to go to Wonder Park, and I didn't realize that we had a bunch of poverty within our own community, and that just really opened my eyes and makes me want to stay here now. Yeah.